I'm Ashley with Random Project Mom, and I am going to make chalk paint today. There are lots of people who make chalk paint now, lots of distributors, and they are all pretty expensive. Annie Sloan is very popular right now, and she does make gorgeous, wonderful chalk paints, but I can't quite afford them on my stay-at-home mom budget, so I make my own. What I make my chalk paint with is calcium carbonate. I order it off of Amazon. I think for a 5-pound bag of calcium carbonate, it is about $6 or $7, maybe about $6, and it's free shipping with Prime. I know that. I get mine with free shipping. So that's not very expensive for a lot of powder to make chalk paint. You don't need very much of it to make a quart, so that 5 pounds should last you a long time. So here's what my bag looks like. This is actually a 25-pound bag, so it is big and heavy, and I have used a ton of it already, and I've been using this for months and months and months, and I still have obviously a huge amount left. It's very soft. It almost is like flour consistency. It comes with a zipper top, so just keep that zipped closed so that no moisture gets in there and ruins your whole bag of calcium carbonate. We are going to make a quart of chalk paint with Bear's Sparrow. It's a gray color, if you can see that. I color matched it to Annie Sloan's gray paint, so it should be pretty close after we make this, and it'll be much cheaper than Annie Sloan. Sorry, Annie Sloan. So what I'm going to use to make a quart of paint is I'm going to use a 1/2 cup of calcium carbonate. I'm going to put that in a little container like this. Just dump it in there. And then I am going to use 1/4 cup of water. And I'm just going to pour it right over the powder. And then I'm going to take a spoon or a fork or whatever. I usually use disposable so I can throw it away afterwards, and just mix it together. You're going to keep mixing until it's well incorporated together. It's going to kind of be the consistency of pancake batter when it's right, and you'll know. I mean, you'll be able to see it's thick, but it's not clumpy. It's mixing very well into a smooth consistency. Very smooth. And then I'm going to use another container, a big container with a lid, to keep my paint while I'm painting. I'm going to open up the paint and dump the whole thing into my container. There's my color. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, see it very well. Good thing I'm standing over the sink. I'm going to pour the whole thing into my Tupperware here. And then I'm just going to add my calcium carbonate and water mixture to my paint here and really scrape it out good. And then I'm going to stir it up. You can use your disposable fork that you used or a paint stirrer. You just want to make sure it is really well mixed up. And that's it, really. I mean, once you mix it up, it's good to go. You want to mix it very well. Every time you reuse it, you want to mix it very well because that calcium carbonate will settle onto the bottom of the container. So always make sure it's very well mixed. Your paint, you can use any paint, doesn't have to be Behr, it can be any paint, any color. I always just get flat paint because it's the cheapest, and the calcium carbonate is going to make it really flat and chalky looking anyway, so you'd just be wasting money if you bought gloss or any other things. You don't need primer in it, you don't need anything, you just need regular flat paint from any brand in any color. And once I use some of this paint for my painting project, I should be able to put it right back in the can and seal it up because I'll be using some of it, so there'll be less of it. So you can just keep it in here, but I would mark on the can that you have changed this into chalk paint in case you're wanting to use it later for something else, so you won't forget. I'll try to put a link in here showing you what I use this gray for, which is going to be a dresser. I'll try to put a link to my blog in there, and there's always step-by-step directions on my blog too. If you're not a visual learner, if you're more of a reader, you can always go to my blog and read step-by-step how I do these things. I think that's it. Happy painting. Thanks so much.